Hello everyone, welcome to English lesson. In our lesson today, we are going to write articles. Where do we usually write articles? Yes, we find articles in newspapers and magazines. They are on different topics and different subjects. Sometimes these articles are long descriptions. And I know as students of grade 11, now you are familiar with the structure of the O-level paper. There in test number 16, sometimes you are asked to write an article. Test number 16 is the question that carries the highest marks. There you are supposed to write 200 words. Don't worry, I'm going to teach you how to write an article today. Before getting started, let's do a small activity. Look at the screen here. I have written a topic there, that is Sri Lanka, a famous tourist destination. I want you to take a paper and write this topic in the middle of it. What are the words and phrases that come into your mind when you read this topic? You can see there are two keywords, Sri Lanka and tourist destination. I'm sure you get lots of words and phrases and also pictures of wildlife, ancient places, historical sites and so many. So take a few seconds and try to jot down these ideas. Look at this example. These are sample mind maps. You can start like this. Here small, island, yes, Trincomalee we have there. And then in B we have beautiful, small country, travel and enjoy. I hope you have completed your mind map. Now I'm going to show you a mind map in the next slide. There I have included some of the words and phrases you might have written in your mind map. Shall we read it? Sri Lanka, a famous tourist destination. Small island or country, historical places, beautiful, ancient, ruins, beaches, kind or friendly people, Arugambe, hospitable, tourist attractions, elephants, wildlife, wonderful, tasty food, enjoy, travel, endemic birds, Indian Ocean. Now we are going to use some of these phrases and words and write sentences. So I have chosen a few there. Let's use these underlined words and phrases to write complete sentences. I want you to write a simple sentence using some of the words that I have underlined there. Take a few seconds. Let's see some of the sample sentences I have written here. It is a common sentence that we can find among the students, and it is very simple in structure, isn't it? See the sentence. Sri Lanka is a small island. Or you can also say, Sri Lanka is a small country. So what are the other words or adjectives you can use to replace the word small there? Let's move back onto the mind map. Yes, you can replace the word small there with the word, yes, you can use beautiful, and there you can use wonderful as well. See the sentence. Sri Lanka is a beautiful island, or you can also say Sri Lanka is a beautiful country. I have used the word wonderful as well. Sri Lanka is a wonderful island, or Sri Lanka is a wonderful country. Now I have a question for you. Can't we use these two adjectives, small and beautiful, in one sentence? Of course we can. Take a few seconds and try to write a complete sentence using these two adjectives, small and beautiful. See, I have written two sentences in the slide here. The first one is, Sri Lanka is a small, beautiful country. Sri Lanka is a beautiful, small country. What do you think is the correct one? Do you think they are both correct? No. The correct sentence is the second one. Why? When we describe a noun using more than two adjectives, there's an order for us to follow. So what is that order? We usually write or describe the adjectives that we describe opinions first, and then we use or we write the adjectives we describe the facts or the details of the particular noun. Let's take an example. If you describe a city, you can simply express your opinion: a lovely city, a beautiful city, a fantastic city. If you want to describe a food item, you can simply say it's a delicious food. So these are adjectives we can use to describe our opinions. And what are the adjectives we can use to describe facts? That means we are describing the details of the noun. For example, you can describe the size or shape, sometimes color or country, that means origin, and then sometimes you can describe the adjectives, and sometimes you can use a material. For example, a ceramic cup or styrofoam cup. Sometimes you can say plastic table, and you can also say Russian story, French drama, or white chocolate, of course. So these are the adjectives we can use to describe facts. So as I told you earlier, when we describe a noun using more than 2 adjectives, usually we put adjectives that describes opinion first. Opinion goes first, and then the adjectives of facts are coming. Here in this sentence, I have written beautiful first and then small. Beautiful is the opinion, and small describes the size of the country, the details of the country. Hope that is clear to you. You can also write Sri Lanka is a wonderful small island. Instead of beautiful, you can use another opinion adjective there, wonderful. Using the same similar structure, we are going to complete this sentence as well. Can you remember the mind map? There we had a word to describe or complete this gap. Let's move back onto the mind map. Sri Lanka is. So what can you write there? So what is the word or phrase you can use to fill the gap? Yes, you can write Indian Ocean. We'll see. In the Indian Ocean. To make it more beautiful, then I write Sri Lanka is located in the Indian Ocean. Now we are going to write a paragraph using the sentences we described earlier. Right. Remember, our aim is to write an article. So article is full of paragraphs and sentences. We usually write at least 5 or 6 paragraphs in an article, because you're supposed to write at least 200 words there. So let's use these sentences to write a complete paragraph. So what is the topic there? Sri Lanka, a famous tourist destination. Take a few seconds and try to write a small paragraph using the sentences we have described earlier. I hope you can remember the sentences. Use at least a few of them and write a complete paragraph. You can also use this paragraph as an introductory paragraph in your article. Shall we see a sample paragraph I have written here? Yes. Sri Lanka is a famous tourist destination. It is a beautiful small island. It is in the Indian Ocean. Here I have highlighted pronoun it there. Instead of repeating the word Sri Lanka, I have introduced the pronoun it. I'm sure you can remember the lesson pronoun that we have taught you earlier. Now here, can't we join last 2 sentences? It's a beautiful small island. It is in the Indian Ocean. Of course we can. It is a beautiful small island in the Indian Ocean. Or you can also say, it is a beautiful small island located in the Indian Ocean, as I told you earlier. Now let's look at another example. Here we are describing Nuwara. Nuwara is a famous tourist destination. It is a wonderful small city. It is in the central province. That is clear to you. Here also we can join the last 2 sentences and write one. How can you write it? Can you try? Yeah, it is a wonderful small city in the central province, or it is a wonderful small city located in the central province. Superb. Now, I am going to introduce you another useful sentence pattern. Of course, there is nothing to introduce because you have already used them in several places. You might remember when you were describing pictures and places, you use this structure a lot. Now, let us move back to our mind map and select or choose some of the words and phrases you can use to write sentences using this structure. Have a look at this mind map again. We have historical places, ruins, tourist attractions over there, elephants, and finally, endemic bird. What do you mean by endemic there? Native to a particular area is called endemic. So, you can use them to write sentences using the structure there is or there are. For example, you can say there are a lot of historical places, or there are many historical places in Sri Lanka. Just an example. Look at these sample sentences. There are beautiful beaches around the country. There are many tourist attractions in Sri Lanka. There are many interesting historical places in Sri Lanka. There are many elephants in the jungles of the island. There are many interesting species of endemic birds in Sri Lanka. There are ruins of temples, palaces, and ancient kingdoms. Hope that is clear to you. And you can use similar structure when you write articles as well. And we have come to the last activity of the mind map. Here I have given you some sentence halves. Let us use some of the words and phrases that were used in the mind map to complete this sentence. The first one is, the people in Sri Lanka are. Can you remember any word or phrase that we found in the mind map to complete this sentence? Let us move back onto the mind map. Have a look at the mind map again. I am sure now you are very familiar with the words and phrases in this mind map because we have seen it several times. Yes, what are the words or phrases that you can use to describe people in Sri Lanka? Here we have one, kind, friendly people, and another one, hospitable over there. So, you can join these two and make one. How? Let us see the answer there. The second one, there are a lot of, you can say, ruins and so many words in the mind map. The third one, there are many, again a similar structure, there are. Some of them are. You can give some examples for places. Finally, they like to. Let us see what I have written there. Yes, the first one, the people in Sri Lanka are friendly and hospitable. Of course, we are friendly and hospitable. There are a lot of ruins in different places of the country. If you go to Anuradhapura, there are lots of ruins. Polonnaruwa, again you can find a lot of ruins there. There are many tourist attractions in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is called a paradise, so it is full of tourist attractions. Some of them are the beaches, wildlife, and historical places. They like to travel to places like Arugambe and Enjoy. Here they refer to visitors, tourists, or guests. Now, children, so far we have described or written sentences using the words and phrases from the mind map. Now, you can use those sentences and paragraphs as the introduction for your article. Now, let us move on to the body. Here I have chosen another tourist attraction, that is of course wildlife. Sri Lanka is famous for wildlife. Take a few seconds and write some of the ideas you can use to describe wildlife, or in your second or third paragraphs. Hope you have written something over there. Let us see what I have written. Yes, wildlife sanctuaries, activities, modes of travel, facilities, endemic birds, elephants. Right. Let's take the first topic, wildlife sanctuaries, and organize your ideas in your head. What are we going to write here? Wildlife sanctuaries. To begin with the paragraph, you can use the similar simple sentence structure. There are a lot of wildlife sanctuaries, or there are many wildlife sanctuaries in Sri Lanka. That is a sample sentence. You can write any sentence that you wish related to the topic. I have written there are many wildlife sanctuaries in Sri Lanka. So what we can write then after this? You can name a few. Can you name a few wildlife sanctuaries in Sri Lanka? Yes, we have Yala, Vilpattuwa, Wasgamuwa, Kumana, and Habarana as well, Minneriya National Park. There are so many. So let's see how I have written some of the examples for wildlife sanctuaries. Yes, some of the most famous sanctuaries are Yala, Vilpattuwa, Wasgamuwa, and Kumana. So what can we write after that to complete this paragraph? We can write what we can see there if you get. Yes, there are different species of animals and birds in these sanctuaries. It's interesting, isn't it? And I hope that is not difficult for you. Now let's take the second subheading, that is activities. What can you do if you get these wildlife sanctuaries? Yeah. You can go safari, that is most famous, and you can also go hiking, camping, and so many activities. I hope you can remember the words that you learned when you were in grade 10 or 9 about recreational activities, the first lesson in your pupils' book. Visitors can travel around watching animals. They can go hiking and camping too. Let's move on to the third subheading, that is modes of travel. It is very simple. We are going to write how we can get there. You can use bus, train, or maybe your private coach. Let's see. Visitors can travel to these places by buses, private coaches, or by trains. Don't worry, there's only one sentence in the paragraph. It's all right. See the second one. Facilities, very important. What we can write there? We are going to write something, the facilities we get there. You can write, just tell me first what you can write there. Yes, you can write accommodation, hotels, and sometimes you get the support of tour guides. Sometimes if you go to Polonnaruwa, they provide you bicycles so that you can ride bicycle to visit the city. See the sample paragraph I have written. There are many facilities for the visitors who visit these places. Again, I have used the same sentence structure. Make sure that you use simple sentence structures so that you can get grammar correct. Second sentence, they can stay in hotels in the sanctuaries. Tour guides help them to travel around the place. They can hire vehicles to travel. These vehicles have special facilities to be safe and watch animals. Whenever you watch animals, your safety is a must actually. Here I have underlined some of the pronoun there. See, in the second sentence, they refer to visitors. In the third sentence, tour guides help them. Them refers to visitors. So you can use pronouns to avoid repetition and make your writing more beautiful. Now we are going to write endemic birds. What you can write there? How are you going to describe endemic birds? Let's use only one sentence, that's enough. Kumana is famous for bird watching. We can find a large number of endemic birds there. You can also write about migratory birds if you want. That's up to your wish. Finally, we have the subtopic elephants. Yes, Sri Lanka is famous for Asian elephants. We'll see what I have written there. The best place to watch wild elephants is Wasgamuwa. There are big herds of elephants in it. I have used the collective noun herd there. The Pinnaval Elephant Orphanage is another interesting place to watch elephants. How can we forget Pinnaval Elephant Orphanage? Yes, if you go there, you can see baby elephants walking in queues, how they are being fed. Really interesting. If you want, you can describe them as well. Now we have finished off our article. Here I have taken some sentences from the articles written by the students. In each sentence there is a mistake. Take the first one. Sri Lanka is popular tourist destination. I am sure you can spot the mistake there. Even I cannot read it in one chunk because of the mistake. We feel something is lacking or missing there. So what is it? Sri Lanka is popular tourist destination. Is the Sri Lanka only tourist destination? No, there are many. So if we write something, or if we describe one noun or something out of many, we can use indefinite article. See the answer. It should be corrected as Sri Lanka is a popular tourist destination. Now let's have a look at the second one. This is an island. It's difficult to pronounce even. So what is missing there? The noun starts with the vowel sound. You started learning this when you were in grade 4-5. It's very easy. So it should be, this is an island. Let's see the third sentence. Sri Lanka has proud history. Most of the students, when they write about history or proud history, they tend to forget the article. So we can write Sri Lanka has a proud history. Fourth one, it is located in Indian Ocean. See the answer. It is located in the Indian Ocean. When you write an ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, we have to use the definite article the there. See the last sentence in this slide. Most of the tourists comes to Sri Lanka because of the geographical location. Can you spot the mistake in the fifth sentence? Take a few seconds. Yes? I'm sure you know the answer. The mistake is with the verb comes. When you learn simple present, you can remember, if the subject is singular only, we add s to the verb. See the subject here, most of the tourists. So the subject is plural. So we cannot add s to the verb come there. So it should be come, not comes. See the sentence. Most of the tourists come to Sri Lanka because of the geographical location. We have few more sentences. Let's look at them. Yes. Some of the most famous sanctuaries are Yala and Kumana. Can you spot the mistake there? See the last part of the sentence? We have the verb are and Yala and Kumana too. It is plural. So what is the mistake over there? Some of the most famous sanctuary. Can we write sanctuary there? No, it should be plural. I'm sure you know the answer. It's easy for you. So the answer should be, some of the most famous sanctuaries are Yala and Kumana. Seventh one, there are 4 religions, Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam and Christianity are it. What is that are it? Some students tend to write the sentences like this. It should be, they are Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam and Christianity. Sentence number 8. So, what is the mistake in that? Many traditional arts and crafts in there. Is it a sentence? No, it is a chunk. So, what is missing there? You cannot find a verb. So, we can simply write it as there are many traditional arts and crafts. I have written many sentences using the simple structure there are. See, writing is not that difficult as you think. If you have a few sentence patterns and some vocabulary, you can be on board. See the last sentence over there. The best place to watch wild elephants are Wasgamu. Can you spot the mistake in this sentence? It is apparently correct. No, that's a mistake. What is it? The mistake is with the verb. Can we write are there? Some students think that because of the word elephants, they have to write a plural verb there. No, our focus, the subject of the sentence is the best place. So, the best place should be is. Shall we correct the sentence? The best place to watch wild elephants is Wasgamu. See the answer. Right. With that, I have come to the end of our lesson today. We have written articles. Actually, I gave you one article here. So, when you write an article, it is very important that you organize your ideas first. There you can use a mind map or any other technique to organize your ideas. Then select or choose simple sentence structures and start writing. It's really easy. Make sure that you take some time to reread the article or passage at the end. And one thing very important, what is it? Make sure that you get grammar correct, spelling correct, punctuation marks and clear handwriting. If you follow these things, you can write a simple, nice, beautiful article. That's it. Goodbye until we meet up again.
Children, welcome to our English lesson. Today you are going to learn how to write notices. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to write a notice appropriately. Before starting today's lesson, I am going to ask you a simple question. Why do we use notices? Yes, we use notices to inform a group of people about some event. It may be a Shramadana campaign, an exhibition or a prize giving, something like that. Let's start our lesson with a conversation. Now look at the screen. Members of the Past Pupils Association of Vidyodaya Vidyalaya get together and discuss how to organize a community service event. Now, this is the conversation that took place. Let's read it. Hello friends, what will we do as our community service event this time? How about organizing a blood donation camp? Ah, that's a good idea. When are we going to hold it? What about the second weekend? You mean 15th August? Yes. That's fine. What is the suitable place for that? We can take the school auditorium. Of course, we have to reserve it in advance. Then at what time are we going to start it? Let's start the camp at 8:30 a.m. Okay, then let's invite all the teachers and advanced level students to join. That's good. I'll prepare the notice to be put up on the school notice board. Okay children, now we are going to write a notice to inform the school community about the blood donation camp. Before that, I am going to teach you the important parts or the main parts of a notice. Look at the screen. Here you can see some important parts of a notice. remember there are different ways of writing notices. Here I am showing you only one way of writing a notice. So, these are the important points which you should consider when writing a notice. First of all, we have to write the word notice on the top. Then, if there is a topic for the event, you can include the topic here. And then, you have to include who is organizing the event. And then, what is the event which is going to be held. And also, with the preposition on, you have to include the date, and then with the preposition at, you can include the time. If there is a time duration, you can include it as from this time to this time. For an example, from 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. like that. And also, you have to include the place or the venue of the event. And then here these are the invitees. So, you should include the invitees of the event. And finally, in the left hand corner, you have to put the date when you are writing the notice. And then here in the right hand corner, you have to include who is writing this notice. Here it is the organizing committee. So, children, remember these are the important points which you should remember when writing a notice. Okay. Then, based on their conversation, now we are going to write a notice about the blood donation camp. Look at the screen. I have highlighted some important points here. Look at the first phrase which I have highlighted. Past Pupils Association of Vidyodaya Vidyal. It indicates who is organizing this event. And then the second phrase, blood donation camp. So, this is the event which is going to be held. So, the point is, what is going to be held? It is the blood donation camp. And then 15th August. So, what is that? Yes, you know that it is the date of the event. Okay. Next one, school auditorium. So, school auditorium indicates what? It is the place of the event. And at 8:30 a.m., you know that it is the time for the event. And then all the teachers and advanced level students. So, these are the invitees for the blood donation camp. Okay, children. Now, once again, let's see what are the important facts we got from the conversation. Here, the topic is blood donation camp. Now, who is organizing the event? Past Pupils Association of Vidyodaya Vidyalaya. And what is the event which is going to be held? Yes, it is blood donation camp. And the date of the event is 15th August 2020. And the time is 8:30 a.m. And the place or the venue of the event is school auditorium. And who are the invitees? Yes, all the teachers and advanced level students. They are the invitees. Now, using these facts, now you can write the notice about the blood donation camp. This is the notice which I have written. Check whether I have included all the important facts. To make it clear, I have highlighted the important facts. On the top, I have written the word notice. So, it is the first thing you have to do. And then blood donation camp, that is the topic of the event. And then the Past Pupils Association of Vidyodaya Vidyalaya. So, this is who is organizing this event. So, it is the Past Pupils Association of Vidyodaya Vidyalaya has organized a blood donation camp. So, this is the event which is going to be held. And then with the preposition on, I have included the date 15th August 2020, and you can include the time 8:30 a.m. with the preposition at. And also in the school auditorium, this is the place or the venue of the event. And then all the teachers and advanced level students are invited for this great event. So, these are the invitees of the event, and I have put the date as 2nd August 2020 on the left hand corner, and here on the right side I have included organizing committee. So, this is who is writing the notice. So, organizing committee is writing the notice. Okay, hope you have got a clear idea about writing this notice. Now, I am going to give you a simple activity. Look at the screen. Read the instructions first. Complete the following notice using the suitable words and phrases from the box given below. Let us see the notice. Now, this is the notice with blanks. So, you have to complete this notice by using the words and the phrases given in the box. Let us read the notice first. Annual prize giving. The School Development Society of Dharmapala College has organized the blank on blank at blank in the blank. The chief guest will be blank, the Zonal Director of Education. All the blank are invited. These are the words and phrases which will help you to complete this notice. 10:30 a.m. students, school main hall, Mr. W.A. Pereira, annual prize giving, 30th September 2020. Okay children, now take a couple of minutes and try to complete this notice. Hope you could complete the notice. Let us check it. Annual prize giving. The School Development Society of Dharmapala College has organized the, so what could be the answer here? What is the event which is going to be held? It is annual prize giving. On, so with the preposition on, what you should write? Yes, it is the date. So, 30th September 2020. At, and here what you should write? Yes, it is the time 10:30 a.m. In the, you have to write the place or the venue of the event. Here it is school main hall. The chief guest will be, yes, what is the correct answer? It is Mr. W.A. Pereira, the Zonal Director of Education. All the are invited. So, who are the invitees for the prize giving? Yes, all the students are invited. Hope you got all correct. Let us do another activity where you can practice writing notices. Now, look at the screen. Let us read the instructions. This is the letter which is received by Sivali College. Let us read it. Secretary, Nature Club, Asoka Vidyalaya, 20th August 2020. Secretary, Nature Club, Sivali College. Dear Secretary, Tree Planting Campaign. We are organizing a tree planting campaign on 27th August 2020 from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. in the school premises. Now, I will show you the rest of the letter. We hope to distribute 100 plants for your school. You are invited to join the program on the above date. Thank you. Yours sincerely, Nature Club, Asoka Vidyalaya. Now children, this is the activity you have to do. Look at the screen. Imagine you are the secretary of the Nature Club of Sivali College and write a notice to be put up on the school notice board inviting all the members to join. Now I am going to show you the letter again. You have to read the letter carefully and try to find all the important facts. After that, with those facts, you can write the notice. Now this is the letter received by the secretary of Nature Club of Sivali College. Read the letter again and try to write a notice based on this letter. Okay children, hope you could write a suitable notice. Let's check it. Now look at the slide. Here I have highlighted the important facts which I have taken from the letter. Look at the first one. Nature Club Asoka Vidyalaya. So this is the point who is organizing this event. And the next one, tree planting campaign. So what is the event which is going to be held? It is the tree planting campaign. And next highlighted phrase is 27th August 2020, and that is the date of the event. And from 9 am to 11 am is the time duration for this event. And then the school premises, it indicates the place or the venue of the event. Let's see the rest of the letter. Here the highlighted phrase is you are invited. Here the word you refers to the Nature Club of Sivali College. So they are the invitees for this program. We can take the Nature Club of Sivali College as the invitees. Now with all these facts, you can write a suitable notice for this program. This is the notice which I have written. Check this notice with yours. Notice, tree planting campaign. The Nature Club of Asoka Vidyalaya has organized a tree planting campaign on 27th August 2020 from 9 am to 11 am in Asoka Vidyalaya premises. All the members of the Nature Club are invited to join the event. I have mentioned the date 21st August 2020, and here this is the person who is writing the notice. Secretary, Nature Club, Sivali College. I hope you could understand all the facts included in this notice. Okay children, now I am going to give you another activity. Look at the screen. Here you can see an activity. Let's read the activity first. You are the secretary of the health society of your school. You have planned to invite a guest speaker, Dr. Nirmal Gunasinghe, for an awareness program for all the students from grade 6 to 11 on COVID-19. Write a notice to be displayed on the school notice board. You have to include the following: time, date, place, guest speaker, invitees. Now children, read the text again and try to grab all the important facts. After that, try to write a suitable notice based on these facts. Take your time and do the activity. Okay children, hope you could complete your task. Let's check your notice. Now this is the notice which I have written. Check this with yours. Notice, awareness program on COVID-19. The Health Society of Vijaya College has organized an awareness program on COVID-19 on 10th October 2020 at 9 am in the school main hall. The guest speaker will be Dr. Nirmal Gunasinghe. All the students from grade 6 to 11 are invited. The date is 20th September 2020 and this is the person who is writing the notice, Secretary, Health Society, Vijaya College. Okay children, now writing notices is a task in your ordinary level examination. Let's see how this knowledge of writing notices has been checked in your past papers. Here I have taken the GCE Ordinary Level Examination 2017, Test 6. First, read the instructions. The English club in your school has organized a workshop on English for everyone to be held in the main hall of the school. Write a notice informing the students about the workshop. Use about 40 to 50 words. Include purpose of the workshop, date, time, venue and also the participants. Now take your time and try to write the notice. Hope you have done your work. Let's check the notice. Here this is a sample notice which I have written. Notice English for everyone. The English Club of Parakrama Mahavidyalaya has organized a workshop based on the theme English for everyone to make the students aware of the importance of learning English. Now children, pay your attention to the phrase to make the students aware of the importance of English. Here, this is the purpose of the workshop. The purpose is to make the students aware of the importance of learning English. This will be held on 13th of September from 8:30 am to 2:30 pm in the school main hall. So, here I have included the date, time and the venue of the event. All the students from grade 6 to 13 are requested to be present. So, these are the invitees for the event. All the students from grade 6 to 13. And in the left hand corner I have put the date 2nd September 2020. Here the secretary, the English club, Parakrama Mahavidyalaya. Alright children, let's do another activity which I have taken from a O-level past paper. This is the question I have taken from 2019 O-level past paper. You are the secretary of the English Literary Association of your school. You have organized a singing competition in English. Write a notice inviting all the students of grade 9 to watch the event. Use about 40 to 50 words. Include date, time and place of the competition. Alright, now take your time and write the notice. Hope you could write the notice. Let's check it. This is the sample notice I have written. Notice, singing competition. Here I have mentioned the topic. The English Literary Association of Sujata Vidyalaya has organized a singing competition on 5th October from 8:30 am to 10:30 am in the school auditorium. All the grade 9 students are invited to watch the event. The date is 25th September 2020 and Secretary English Literary Association Sujata Vidyalaya is writing this notice. Alright children, with that we have come to the end of today's lesson. Hope you have got a clear idea about how to write a notice. Remember, there are many different ways and styles of writing notices, but you have to select the best way which you are comfortable with. But remember, you have to include all the important facts when writing a notice. Hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Hope to see you soon again with another interesting lesson. Until then, goodbye.